No, I'd say I'm reasonable.
Okay, that's completely unreasonable.
I'm reasonable.
I'm unreasonable.
You have no idea just how reasonable I have been.
Reasonable synonyms are sensible, rational, practical, fair, appropriate.
Fitting, suitable, logical.
All things I would definitely say describe me.
Do they describe you?
Welcome to I'm Reasonable with Zainab Johnson.
I'm reasonable. Hi. Hey, welcome to another episode of I'm Reasonable with Zainab Johnson. I am Zainab Johnson. How are you guys doing today? How you guys doing today? On a scale from Pete Hegseth to Harvey Milk, how reasonable have we been this week? Yes. Speaking of which, it is the first show in June, which is Pride Month. So happy Pride. Happy Pride Month to any of the Zens, anybody that's a part of the Z Nation that identifies with any letter or all the letters of the LGBTQIA. Happy Pride to you guys. Rainbow, drop top, smoking on a cookie in a hot box, effing on your shit. It just hit me when I got to about the fourth word in the song that they are not saying rainbow. Rainbow, drop top, because that doesn't even rhyme. So why would they say that? They're saying raindrop, drop top. But in my mind, I was like, it's pride, rainbow, 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 drop top. Smoking on your cookie in a hot box. Effing on your shit. Boy, the tables have turned, huh? The tables have turned. And yeah, that's what we will be talking about today. This week on I'm Reasonable, in the What's Up with Z segment of the show, we're going to be talking about road rage. I know cars be so upset when they're so thirsty. I shouldn't say cars because like the car is the inanimate object, right? But I know drivers. Who be so petty, like they don't want to let you in at all, especially during traffic time. They don't want to let you in at all. And so they ease up. They so focused on not letting you in. But then the car in front of them lets you in, and now they just back there with egg on their face. We're going to talk about it in What's Up with Z. In Z main topics today, these baby daddies are crazy, okay? These baby daddies are crazy. Rapper Offset threatened to unalive Cardi B's boyfriend. Oh my God, her boyfriend Stephon Diggs, who might I say is an attractive guy. And then our very first little black mermaid, Halle Bailey. Her baby daddy is asking a judge to not let her take her child out of the country with her. We are going to get into all of that. And then, so on Ask Z, I didn't have an Ask Z from any of you guys. If you would like to ask me, because I'm Z something, then submit it to Zainab Comedy VIP@gmail.com. Right? There you go. Submit it to Zainab Comedy VIP@gmail.com. And I will let you know. I mean, if you just want to write me anything, cool. But I will also let you know if whatever situation you are writing me about in your life, if you are the reasonable person in a situation, if you are the unreasonable person in a situation. But I won't just stop there. I won't be like, you reasonable, you are. I will try my best to pose some sort of solution. This week, though, on Ask Z, I saw this TikTok. I don't know if you guys have seen it. If it's your birthday and your friend looks better than you on your birthday, whose fault is that? We'll talk about it. But first, let's get into let's get into the comments first. I see our moderator Still I Rise is in the building. Thank you so much. And yeah, let us know where you're watching from. Seabreeze 40, hello. Our moderator Still I Rise. Yeah, get into where we watching from, right? Okay, Aisha Watts from Cleveland. Aisha, you know I'm coming to Cleveland, right? I'm coming to Cleveland in October 31st to November 2nd, right? Assalamu alaikum. Shanira K, our other moderator. Hey. Yay, Shamitra, you caught a live. Now every Wednesdays are going to be live. I will, just so you guys know, if you're new or if this is like, you're like, wait, what happened? I thought I was supposed to get I'm Reasonable this morning. I will be going live Wednesday nights, and then I will re-upload it as an actual episode on Thursday. Okay, that is what will be happening. Bankroll Finzi, what's going on? Thank you so much for being in the building. Virginia. What part of Virginia, Sharon? Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, happy Pride. Raindrops, rainbows, drop tops. Vanja Dangerfield. Hello. Imani Grace Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Elaine from Brooklyn. Oh, Shamitria. Okay, Houston. I hope I see you in Houston in November. Madison, yes, you did make it. Oh, you got your tickets already, Aisha. I love that. Thank you. So let's just get into it. Let's get into where I'm going to be, right? Actually, this week, this Thursday, I'm going to be in St. Louis. I'm going to be in St. Louis, Missouri. Thursday, actually, I'm going to be in St. Louis, Missouri, Thursday at the City Winery in St. Louis, Missouri for one night only. So if you don't have tickets, make sure you guys get tickets. If you're in the St. Louis area, come see me. Then right after that, June 6th through the 8th, I will be in Kansas City. June 6th through the 8th, I will be in Kansas City, Missouri. Right after that, I will be in San Francisco. June 13th and 14th, I'll be in San Francisco, California. Then for one night only, as I told you guys, I'm doing a show in New York City for one night only, June 18th at the Village Underground, which is part of the Comedy Cellar. Those tickets are available right now. So if you want those tickets, definitely go to my website and get those tickets. Let me put that on that link so you guys can see that. Then after that, June 19th through the 21st. So I'm going from New York to Baltimore, June 19th to the 21st. It's going to be Juneteenth weekend. So if you're looking for something to celebrate, I looked up last week, what do you do for Juneteenth? Like, how do we celebrate Juneteenth? I'm telling y'all that what I saw was so bleak online. It was like Google, and of course I searched Google. Google was like, for Juneteenth, you can go to a protest, you can attend a march, you can go to a library. I'm like, we don't celebrate no other holiday in that way. I mean, no other, I was about to say pagan. Forgive me, you guys. But we don't say, could you imagine if you told people on Valentine's Day, no hearts, no chocolate, no gifts, no dinners, no sex, no kisses, no love. But why don't you go to the library and read a book about, like, what? So yeah, if you do want to do something for Juneteenth, then, and you don't have to be Black, Juneteenth is an American holiday. If you want to do something, I will be in Baltimore June 19th through the 21st. Then June 27th and 28th, I will be in Tampa, Florida, June 27th and 28th. July 18th and 19th, I will be in Stamford, Connecticut, July 18th and 19th. And I'm heading across the water to London, England, July 21st through the 26th. Then I'll be in Edinburgh for like a month. Straight up, legit, a month. I will be there July 30th until August 24th. So if anybody is watching from Scotland or any of the surrounding areas of Scotland, Scotland's pretty far north, right? When it comes to the UK. If you know anybody there or you're going to be there, come see me perform. Then when I'm back in the States, September 26th and 27th, I'll be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, September 26th and 27th, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And then for one night only, right after that, I'll head over to Boston, September 28th, Boston, Massachusetts. I don't really go to Boston that much. Like, I feel like I go to Boston every other year, but I really love Boston. Like, I love performing in Boston. Like, I remember my first time going to Boston, I was a little bit afraid because it's like you can hear kind of like these not so positive reviews about Boston, especially when it comes to like race relations, And so I was a bit apprehensive. And first of all, my first show, I was like, I was so well received and it was sold out. It was just so, I think that just set me, I was like, every single time I've been in Boston, I've enjoyed it. I like the way the city is set up. They have some good options for food. I like Boston. So September 28th, I will be in Boston. Then for one night only, and I'll be in Washington, D.C., October 10th. For one night only, that is part of the ABFF Comedy Festival. I believe it's called ABFF, American Black Film Festival Comedy Festival. That is October 10th in Washington, D.C. And then October 17th through the 19th, I will be in West Nyack, New York. October 17th through the 19th, West Nyack, New York. And Cleveland, like I said, girl, I will be in Cleveland October 31st. That's the weekend of Halloween. That's Halloween weekend, October 31st to November 2nd. I will be in Cleveland, Ohio. Then Houston, Texas with my girl Beyonce. So don't be trying to get the tickets now. Once I post on my stories and y'all like, oh, Beyonce was at the show. And then you like, oh, I wish you like, oh, now I got to get tickets, but it's sold out. That's like on you. That's like on you. The invitation is open to her. So if she shows up and you missed it, that is on you. November 13th through the 15th, Houston, Texas. Then Detroit, right before Thanksgiving, right before the Thanksgiving holiday, which is not something that has very deep meaning for me. However, I do love an opportunity to be around my family. So Detroit, Michigan, November 21st and 22nd. Then I'm going to head back to Texas, Addison, Texas, to be specific, December 5th through the 7th, 5th, 6th, and 7th of December, Addison, Texas. And then Dayton, Kentucky, which is the Cincinnati area. That is December 12th and 13th. That will be I believe, as of now, that will be my last show of 2025. And you guys, you see the banner on the bottom. You guys can get those tickets on my website right now. Okay. All of those tickets are on sale right now. Let me go to the comments real quick. How's the stream going? How is like because I remember last week it was like the Wi-Fi was pretty sucky. So I made sure to go out and get an Ethernet cord so that I can connect right from my modem to the computer. So how's it going? Cadence, what's going on, girl? Happy Pride. Forever See, I cannot wait till June 14th either because I love San Francisco. San Francisco got one of my favorite places. San Francisco got a lot of good places to eat. I actually be like, too much for me to choose from. Okay. June 18th, Elaine Gay, the June 18th show and every other show is on my website. You see the banner across the bottom of this screen right now. It says you can go to my website. It's simply my name, ZainabJohnson.com. If you're on my page on YouTube at all, the link is there. ZainabJohnson.com. And then you just go to live shows. And then you will find the June 18th. The June 18th. Oh my God. Why can't I say that number? 18th, 19th, 18th. That's going to be a very fun show. That show is myself, Yamanika Saunders, Chloe Hilliard, and Amina Imani. That show, that show's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I just know it's just not a show. I know I was just in New York. Like I was there in New York, like the beginning of April. The show at the Comedy Cellar will be. So if you saw me in April and you like, oh no, is she doing? It's going to be a completely different show. A completely, like 100% completely different show. I'm talking about no overlap whatsoever. Anywho, let's get into these topics because we ain't got a lot of time today. We don't have a lot of time today. Okay. So what's what's up with thee? What's up with me? I want to ask you guys, is it reasonable to not let a car go in front of you? And what I mean is, and just so you guys know, I'm not a super road ragey driver, actually. I have become much more patient. I try my best to leave on time because I realize the only time I have anxiety driving is when I haven't given myself enough time to get somewhere. And if that occurs, if I'm running late, I just text the people who I am on my way to meet or wherever I am going. I just give them a heads up because that's the reasonable thing to do. And most likely when you give somebody a heads up, they're like, okay, drive safe, right? Because they rather you get to them and be, they rather it be like a no drama situation than you dying trying to get to them in a certain amount of time, right? So I typically text the person or people that I'm supposed to be meeting up with. And I also just accept like I'm going to be late. I haven't given myself enough time to get there or whatever. Like I have relaxed into it's gonna be okay. I have to do better next time, right? So I'm only preferencing that to say I'm not a person that just be on the road like defensive drive. I'm not one of them people that's like, and I also don't get mad. Like if I need to get over and you don't let me over, whether you don't see me, whether you being petty, I kind of don't get mad because like I ain't about to take on your negative energy. I actually be loving it when like drivers be like so like and then you give them no energy. They be feeling really stupid. So I found it so funny because this happens all the time. I'm driving. I realize, oh shoot, I got to get over, right? And I try to get over, and the car that is next to me or like a little bit behind me and like in the lane next to me decides like, no, I'm not going to let you over, right? Which is totally fine. But then for some reason that lane slows down a little bit and I'm able to move up a bit and the car in front of them, the driver in front of them has no problem letting me in. And so the person that's in the car in the back, they are fuming because you did all of that, but you don't have control over the entire road, right? And I know that there's drivers who they are just constantly maneuvering in and out of traffic. They're constantly merging because they just are they're just those types of drivers, right? I know that there are drivers that are assholes. So I'm not talking about those drivers. I'm talking about the situation where you might be in it might be 2 or 3 lanes. Let's say it's 2 lanes of traffic, right? Going in the same direction. And in Los Angeles specifically, and I don't believe that this is the case. I don't know if they have this in other cities, but I know this is like a very specific Los Angeles thing. You could tell me in the comments if in your city you guys have this. On a lot of the main streets in Los Angeles, there are traffic hours, right? So that means that you could park there at a meter, during certain times of the day, or you could park there you can't park in LA for free. That's just not a thing, unless it's like a residential neighborhood. It's very hard to park in LA, but you can park there for meters, right? But then during rush hour, you cannot park there at all. There's signs that say like from 7 to 9 in the morning, right? These are high traffic hours, 7 to 9 in the morning. This lane, your car will get towed. You will be ticketed, like immediately your car will get towed. The same happens in the afternoon, maybe from like 3 to 7 or 4 to 6, depending on what area you're in, right? So the traffic is moving, right? The traffic is moving because nobody's supposed to be parked there. So you're not in the right lane just trying to, get in front of people. You're in the right lane because 2 lanes have opened up because there is more traffic on the road, right? But as we know, there's always some unreasonable driver that either didn't move their car, they parked their car, they whatever. There might even be, and so you have to go around it, right? There may even be like some construction, excuse me, some construction that blocks off that lane, right? And you don't there's no, I don't know if it's like this any other, but LA, they not about to tell you a block ahead, like, oh, construction is coming up. No, you're gonna find out when you get there. And so I'm talking about in those instances when you reach a roadblock that you had no idea would be there and you need to get over, and the driver sees that and don't want to let you over. Like, I always slow down whenever it's like, oh, okay, clearly this lane of traffic is blocked either because there's a bus there or there's some construction or a freaking delivery driver chopped out real quick thinking they going to drop off a delivery real quick. They got their hazards on, but they don't know that they're in like a prime traffic spot right now. I always just be slowing down, letting people go. But there be so many drivers that be like, nope, nope, no. So much so, right? This is why I'm laughing at this one driver, because they tried not to let me in so much that they end up, forgive me for laughing. Because sometimes God just got to tell you, they trying to stay so close to the car in front of them, they hit the car in front of them. It was just a little tap, but now, the driver in the front car, they don't know what's happening. They don't know that you being petty behind them. They don't know that you being an asshole behind them. All they know is, oh shoot, something just hit the back of my car. Now they got to stop. Now they got to get out. Now, depending on what type of driver they are, what type of person they are, what they got going on in their life, they might ask you for your car insurance. I just wonder, for all the people who live in cities where you have to drive, like, do you think not letting 1 or 2 people get in front of you, do you think that that's going to get you to your destination quicker? Oh, we always appreciate the rewatch gang. People be having road rage because they be full of whatever life is throwing at them. True, bankroll Fendi. Well, then this is a PSA. This is a PSA. You don't know no. I understand sometimes a driver can do something that's so dangerous on the road that you have to pull up and you have to look at them, and you're not even looking at them. Like, for me, I don't be looking at another driver like, oh, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm not but I'm looking like, wait, I gotta look at your face and I have to establish that you are okay, because what you did was so unsafe. I gotta kind of look you in your face and understand what you're, so I'm not talking about like those extreme situations. I'm just talking about petty is as petty does. And let's be honest, like, it's never the case where you're letting one car merge, and then like 18 other cars. It ain't like that. It ain't like we've all seen like the sketches, like the comedic sketches where like, oh, a guy is online and a hot girl goes up to him and it's like, oh, do you mind if I get in front of you? And he's like, oh yeah, you could get in front of me. And then when he lets her go, then she has like 90 other her friends, all big ass football players, and he like looking like a simp, right? That doesn't happen when it comes to motor vehicles. If you let one car, it's just one car. Like it's all going to, even when I'm rushing, I find out, even when I'm swerving and trying to do the most, do on ways, going down there, I'll say 1 or 2 minutes. It's like you either left with enough time to get there or you did not. Even when I'm fighting somebody on the road, it does not get me home any faster. If anything, it increases my chance of some sort of altercation on the road, whether it be car to car or if it's a crazy person. You know what I'm saying? Is road rage reasonable? Is inconsiderate petty driving reasonable? Every time I leave the country, I'm flabbergasted at the way they drive, especially Asian countries. I am flabbergasted at the way they was driving in Malaysia, the way they was driving in Thailand, flabbergasted. But guess what? There's something that's harmonious amongst them when they're on the road. Bikes, mopeds, cars, buses. There's something understood, because I ain't see one accident. When I tell y'all, I could not, that traffic was, I was like, oh my God, what? But not one accident. Not one accident. Here, I'll be seeing an accident every single day. Every time my GPS be like, is there's an accident, has it cleared? So I'm just asking, like, is the road rage, is the inconsiderate driving, is it really serving us, is what I'm asking. This is not like your country. Yo, I'm telling you. Where was I? Was it Singapore? No, it wasn't Singapore. It might have been Malaysia, where I was like, now how is this going to work, right? Like, but not one. So much to the point where when I was in Thailand, I was on the back of them mopeds. Like, my first time getting on, I was so scared. After that one ride where I was like, oh no, they so in tune with one another. They're so in tune with one another. And they have, as much as they whipping and weaving and going around, they also have like a certain amount of respect for one another. This ain't about to be, I was on a moped every chance I got. And y'all know I love to walk. I love to get on a train somewhere else. I love exploring other people's public transportation. If you know what I'm saying, if they public transportation is like, you know what I'm saying, like I ain't going to like Kansas and getting on public transportation. But you know, like major metropolitan cities, it's like I love that. Not one accident, not one. How long was I in Thailand? Not one. Okay, let's get into the main topics. Excuse me. Baby daddy drama. Somebody got to make a remix. That's Cardi B. That's what she needs to do. Make a remix. Cardi B needs to make a song with Halle Bailey on it. I got 99 problems and a man is one. I have 99 problems. And this boy over here is all 99 of my problems. Okay, who we want to talk about first? Who should we talk about first, y'all? You know what? Let's talk about Halle Bailey and DDG, right? If you don't know Halle Bailey, I feel like we talked about DDG before on this show, right? We talked about DDG because I think, what was his name? What's the podcaster's name who was also a rapper? Joe Budden was talking about DDG, right? He was like, why the only time I ever hear your name is when oh girl, they put your name with oh girl, right? And it's like, I don't want, right? And then DDG was like, I don't know you and you might be gay. Like it was just all bad, right? DDG is apparently a hip hop artist. And the only reason why I say apparently is because I have never tuned in respectfully. Y'all know I be trying to say respectfully because I always be on here like cackling with y'all. And then the next day I be in the room. I'm telling you, last night I hosted Black Women in Music. I hosted a Black Women in Music dinner. Lovely. Honored. It was for the Connie Orlando Foundation. It honored June Ambrose, who I absolutely love. And Sierra, who I absolutely love, and her daughter was there. And I said, made some sort of joke about Giveon because he performed. And so I made some sort of joke, and the people wasn't laughing like that, but Sierra was laughing, and I was like, Sierra, thank you so much for laughing. And her daughter was like, "That's my mommy." I was like, "Oh, it's your mommy." Why do kids be so cute? Oh God, they be so cute, but they parents be a problem, as we gonna talk about. Who else did they honor? Sylvia Rohn, Felicia Fant, all of these amazing women in music. And then I was at the table with like Lori Harvey, who's quite beautiful in person. I mean, she looked exactly. That's what I was telling my little son. I'm like, she looked exactly however you see her in the picture. That is exactly how she look in person. Exactly. Niecy Nat, just like a bunch of wonderful people. And obviously, I ain't saying nothing bad about none of these people. But every time I be in a room, I be like, yo, you got to stop. These are your peers. You can't be out here just talking about these celebrities, girl, because you right there. You right there with one. Well, you right there, one of them. So the reason why I say apparently is because I don't want to go in all on DDG and then tomorrow I'm going to be on his live stream like, follow me on Twitch. Halle Bailey is so beautiful, isn't she? Anywho, he's like an online kid, right? He's a young man who has a large following online because he streams and he lives his life like in front of the camera, right? In front of the camera by way of like the internet. And I believe that he also does do music. Halle Bailey is I believe I'm saying I believe, not like I know that she's an artist. And I was going to say, I believe everyone except Halle Bailey as like our young star, right? Like one of our young ingenues, one of our, she is a singer. She is a songwriter. She is an actor. She was our first Black Little Mermaid. I don't know this young woman in person. I'm trying not to say little girl because it's like, these are people and they are growing. And I be saying, I be saying little girl because they feel young, but then I'd be like, oh, sure, I'm only 10 years older than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this young woman, sidebar, I said, Zainab, you're getting very old. You want to know why? I had a gray baby hair. I said, I didn't even know that was possible. That seemed oxymoronic. How can a baby hair be old? I said, what is this? How my hairline Benjamin Button? How is my hairline Benjamin Button? I said, oh, I don't know what's happening in this world. Am I stressed? My hair looks so dirty, but it might just be the gray baby hair. I said, how you young and old at the same time? Then I realized the weave hair had a gray hair. I said, oh, that's how old you are, that you giving the weave hair a gray hair? Halle Bailey and DDG were an item at one point. They appeared to be a very happy couple. At one point, she got pregnant and they have a child together. I believe the little baby's name is Halo. At least that's what they call him in public, little baby Halo. And shortly after she had the baby, their relationship became publicly strained, publicly tumultuous. Now, any like auntie that's not gonna hold her tongue will probably tell you, oh, I knew it wasn't right. I knew it wasn't right because he came out in an interview when she was doing Little Mermaid, talk about he jealous because everybody like her. He ain't really know how to handle because she was kissing the actor that she in the scene with, and I ain't really like that. Now I don't know if y'all remember when he did that, but any sort of like auntie, anybody with gray baby hair would be like, yeah, I probably could have told you that wasn't the young man that she should have connected her life to for forever, right? But they did. Because when you young and you in love, you don't be asking yourself a very important question. Do I want to know this person for the rest of my life? Do I want to have to make decisions with this person? Because, right, you get married, you could get a divorce. But when you have kids, you have to ask yourself, do I want to not just know this person? Do I want to have to make a decision with this person for at least 18 years, at least? So their relationship has been pretty rocky. And because she's more traditional Hollywood, you get what I'm saying? She not really releasing something. Sometimes her and her sister play on the internet, but really they gonna go through their PR people. You get what I'm saying? They not really trying to put none of the mess out there, right? He is the opposite. He gonna go to the court of public opinion every single time. It don't matter what she do. He gonna go to the public every single time and tell a business, right? Now, whether you say that's what he needs to do to get stuff done, or if that, like, however you feel about it, that is undeniably what this young man is gonna do. He gonna take it to the internet. He gonna make this a public forum, right? They've been going back and forth. It recently came out. He tried to say that she don't let him see the kid. He tried to say that she don't let him be around the kid alone. And you know, everybody posts videos that can fit a certain narrative, right? Like I've seen a lot of videos where it's like he be kind of like, it seemed like he be, again, respectfully, I don't know this to be the case. It's just, this is what it looks like in the video. It looked like the baby don't really want to be there. It looked like the baby kind of be looking at you like you a little bit crazy. The baby kind of be looking at you like, who is this person, right? Or like, dang, why is my father doing the most, right? And then it always looked like she trying to get the baby from you. It always looked like she trying to rescue the baby from you. That's what it looked like in the videos that I have seen. Anyway, now it's seemingly unrepairable. They fighting over the baby. She recently got a restraining order against him. She showed, proof that he had, when he was supposed to come pick up the baby, he had slammed her head on the steering wheel. This is alleged, slammed her head on the steering wheel and chipped her tooth. They showed a picture. So she got a restraining order. A judge granted a restraining order against him. Then this morning, it was released via TMZ. Let me find this story that DDG has filed an emergency motion to stop Halle Bailey from taking their infant son out of the country. I'm reading this from TMZ, claiming she poses an imminent emotional and psychological risk to the child. The rapper filed the docs this morning, asking for an emergency hearing because he says Halle has made plans to fly with their son Halo. Oh, that is the son's name. Fly with their son Halo to Italy on Saturday. DDG says, I never asked this before. Do y'all know what DDG stands for? What if it stands for like Derek Demarius Smith? DeMarcus Deshaun Samuels. DDG says the court shouldn't allow this because Halle isn't mentally healthy enough to care for herself and their child. He worries about what she might do if she leaves the court's jurisdiction. DDG provides examples of alleged conduct he thinks is troubling, claiming Halle once took his gun and left the house without telling him where she was going. DDG alleges he ultimately found her outside just holding the weapon. He says she was pregnant when the incident happened. He also alleges that she tried to have an abortion behind his back, but she ultimately changed her mind and decided not to go through with it. He also says on another occasion, 2 months after Halo was born, Halle Bailey. See, this is the thing that I wonder about Halle Bailey, and I know this sounds crazy. She's young enough for Halle Berry to have already been a movie star. That's how young she is. Her parents knew exactly who Halle Bailey was. Why would you give the girl the name Halle? This is so unreasonable. Forgive me, y'all. This is so unreasonable, but I'm going to say it because I think it every time. Why would they name this baby Halle knowing her last name was Bailey if there's already a Halle Berry out there? It's just confusing. I know this is unreasonable. Forgive me. It's like one thing if she was going to be like an optometrist, but it's like every time I go to say Halle, every time I go to search, it's like, dude, who comes up? Halle Berry and Halle Berry. I don't know. Maybe it was by design, whatever. On another occasion, 2 months after Halo was born, DDG claims Derek Deshaun. Oh, why did I say S? Why did I say Smith and it's G? DeMarcus Deshaun Garrison claims Halle sent a series of alarming text messages threatening to kill herself and suggesting that their infant son Halo might also be harmed. Again, I don't know these people at all. I said it's unreasonable. I know it's unreasonable. I know it's unreasonable. Oh, his name is Double Down Girly. Oh my God, that is worse than DeMarcus DeFarius Gilbert. Okay. Okay, Winter Menace. Keep us on track and keep us serious. Okay. He is an alleged abuser. Okay, Winter Menace. My bad. Halle Bailey then filed as of 2:23 this afternoon Pacific time. Halle Bailey has filed to deny DDG's request and instead grant her permission to not only take their son out of the country so that she can work, but she is also requesting that there be an order put in place for him to stop putting for him and his family and friends to stop posting about their son on any of the social platforms. I don't have any updates beyond that, but I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. Oh shoot, my mouse isn't working. I don't have any what too much going on. I don't know for a fact what I am about to say. So just know that. And know that I'm not a journalist or, what does Mel be saying, the girl Mel, when she be like, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm not a judge, but I'm definitely going to need proof. You want to know why? Because you bringing up old stuff. If there's text messages saying with her threatening that she was going to unalive herself, I need to see it. If there's text messages saying that she's going to potentially unalive herself and her son, I need to see that. I need to see that. I need proof of that. And I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't know these people. But I would, if I were a betting woman, I would for sure put money that Halle Bailey, I got to say it slow or else I'm going to say Halle Berry. That Halle, I know it's girls that was born in 1995, like 2001. Like the only Halle I know is Bailey. So what are you talking about? And to y'all, I hear you, sis. There's no amount of money that I would be unwilling to put up saying that Halo is going to be fine traveling to Italy with Halle Bailey. Not only is he going to be fine with his mother, and I'm not trying to say that he won't be fine with you, sir. I don't know you, but for sure, I know that he's going to be fine traveling with his mother, not just his mother, but her entire team that she travels with. This to me clearly is like ego. And that's really, as much as I'm like, baby daddies is crazy. This ain't even really about baby daddies, right? Because baby mamas could be crazy too, right? Human beings, people are crazy, but this is ego. This is ego and control. It's ego and control. And let me just tell you, with all of the motions filed and emergency injunctions and all of that, right now, let me tell you, I wish I was a lawyer. I wish I was an attorney to these little stars, because I would be running my bill up. This is a waste of money just because you don't have control over the situation. You know your kid is safe, but you can't tell that woman what to do. You don't really have any access. You don't really have any power, and you don't have any control. And it's probably affecting you negatively, which I completely understand. And so the only thing left for you to do is go to the court with these wild accusations. Again, I'm going to keep saying it because I need to see it. I need to see, just like you putting everything else out, just like she put the picture of her chipped tooth out, I need to see it's text messages. Y'all let me know if I'm being unreasonable. Y'all let me know if I'm giving Derek Deshaun Gibson an unfair shake. I don't know. It just seemed petty and it just seems egotistical. This is why, and I'm gonna talk about this when we get to Cardi and Offset, right? This is why I think I could always look at, let me not say that because that's not true. I believe there are a lot of when a person has not played a team sport, I believe that it's evident in their behavior. And y'all might be like, what, Zainab? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Team sports teach you so much, right? Especially if you're playing them at a very competitive level, like a high competitive level. You're doing it over and over and over again. I'm not talking, you know how people be like, yeah, no, I played basketball in like 4th grade. I ain't really talking. I'm talking about it's been a part of your life, because what you learn in team sports is, number one, you always know that there is an end. You get a certain amount of time to play the game, and when the game is over, it's over. And what you have to show up as, you have to show up in good character, whether you are the winner or the loser. That's the reason why at the end of a basketball game, most times, you know, maybe not in the NBA. I haven't seen an NBA game in a while, but most basketball games, when you're playing in school and at the end of it, you got to walk to the other team, regardless of who won and who lost, and you got to shake their hand because the game is over. And maybe in life, we'll be able to do this again. We'll be able to compete again. But for right now, the game is over. It's done. We don't never hear, think about it. You don't never hear no athletes going after another athlete. They done lost the game and now they want to kill an athlete, right? We ain't never heard nothing like that. Right? Oh, this is going to irk me. And this is going to irk me because I can't even get back to my start page. And the reason why I'm irked, right? Yo, it's always that's the thing about a technical world. And that's the thing about me producing this by myself, is that whatever can go wrong will go wrong, right? I don't even want this picture of DDG and Halle Bailey on the screen no more, and I can't even change it. And here's the thing: a supporter in the Z Nation. Now I'm crashing out. What the young kids say? I'm crashing out because I was gifted a mouse. Apparently a much better mouse than I have. A much better mouse than my little Apple mouse that came with my MacBook computer, my MacBook desktop. Actually, it didn't come with it. I had to pay for it. But I am such a It take me a long time to do it's like now, as soon as this broadcast is over, I'm investigate this mouse. But it's been sitting here for weeks, months, while I let this other mouse play in my face. And now I'm stuck on the screen and I can't even see the comments. So I'm just talking to y'all. So I'm just talking to y'all. Now, this wouldn't have happened if I wasn't live, right? Let me get back to Derek Darian Garceau. I don't know. I realize I don't know a lot of G last names. Johnson with a G, Gonson. Okay. I don't know what it will take for these two young people to get on the same page. I'm not sure what each of them wants. I imagine that, and again, I don't know them. It seems like Halle just wants to be left alone. It seems like what would be most ideal for her. And again, I don't know, but it seems, and I'm not taking her side because it's a woman. I'm just going off of what is presented to the public. It seems like the best thing that could ever happen for her life is for, I was about to say visitation, but I mean, he already has that, and it doesn't seem like it's going well. Like, they probably need to establish some sort of visitation rights, and they probably need to establish like with a mediator, right? Like, because that's how you avoid like any sort of like domestic violence or altercation. Because he says the story different. He says, I did not hit her head on the steering wheel. He says this is actually what she did. He actually posted a picture of a cut on his hand. He was like, she was the violent person. We'll never know. We'll never know unless they release a Cassie video. We'll never know. You just got to decide, who do you believe? Given the information, given their public persona, you just got to decide, who do you, given your life experiences, given where you are in life, you just got to decide who you believe. But it seems like to me, from the information that I have seen, it just seems like if she could take her little baby Halo and move on from this man, that's what she would do. And I know that sounds harsh because most people would think like, well, who doesn't want a child to know both of their parents, right? I think ideally nobody, or everybody rather. Everybody would want their child to have a healthy relationship with both parents, right? But, and we're going to talk about this when we get to Cardi B, right? Like, Cardi B posted a video where she was like, I hope you die, which is, that's, you know, it's not unlike Cardi B to say, but most, you know, people was like, well, why would she want the father of her kid to die? Let's not act like this isn't something we see on TV all the time. That's the reason why they got an ID channel. That's the reason why they got snapped. Because people be tired of dealing with adult. They like, how can I get this person out of my life? I'm trying to move on. Me and my baby, I'm trying to move on with my life. And this person is hindering me moving on. So we got to kill him. We got to unalive him. We got to unalive it. I just saw a story with the lady where she went on vacation and invited her, her and her husband is separated, but she tried to be nice to him, allegedly. Tried to be nice to him, told him to come to the vacation, and then she had it set up where she was supposed to unalive him on the. This happens every single day. It's whole channels dedicated to it, shows about it. Because people don't be thinking like, oh, especially if you feel like this isn't a productive, if you feel like it's not a healthy relationship between that parent and the child too. I think when people say, why wouldn't you want to? The only time you ever want two parents in a child's life, or any parents period, in a child's life, is if those parents are healthy. If the relationship between the child and the parent is a healthy relationship. Y'all, I felt like I was stuck. I felt like I was stuck, y'all. Oh my God. I'm reading these comments. I believe they did try an agreement. She tried and he wasn't having it because it wasn't how he wants. And when he wants X when they got sick. We don't want any of them to be apart from their kids, but just try to find peace somewhere in the middle. I personally am for, I think only time I would ever say I don't want somebody apart from their kids, I only say that if it's an ideal situation. I don't believe that if you are a detriment to your child, I don't believe that just because you biologically connected to them that you should be in their life if you a detriment. I think that that's worse. I think the biggest lie we ever been told is how this familial tie that we have to stick with. I think that is the biggest karmic lie, not karmic, cosmic lie that we've ever been told. Whether you want to call it to the universe, society, God, whatever, it's like, no. It's just I love my mother. My mother's been a good mother to me. If my mother was out, if my mother was not, it's like, I understand. I'll be seeing TikToks of people. I'll be seeing videos of people and they talk about like how they were severely abused, like, essayed by like a stepfather or something like that. And the mother chose the husband, so like that. I don't care that you're my mother. You don't got no right to me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care that you're the kid's father. If you are constantly putting the kid in danger, I don't care. I don't care. What is this? That's me though. That may be very unreasonable, but that's me. I'm more of a logic person and an emotional person. I agree with that too. I agree that people can be. I'm just saying that we don't know. I'm saying we don't know what he is. Just like we don't know what she is. But if y'all think about what's out there, now I'm off on a tangent because this is Bankroll Fendi said, I agree. And Seabreeze, let me tell y'all something. Let me just tell y'all something. Do you realize the amount of time that has passed since we first started talking about DDG and Halle Bailey? Sometimes we don't even realize it, and we be like, dang, we looked up, it's 4 years. 4 years have passed, and they still doing the same thing. So as much as there's a lot of times where you could be like, they young, they just need, if you don't provide the tools, the solutions, and the change behavior, I love this moment from Martin, the TV show. Martin is about to do something stupid, and I can't remember what episode this is, but he about to do something stupid with Gina. He about to mess up with Gina, or he messed up with Gina, and he sits with these for some reason, this old guy is at his house, and Martin says something, and right before the man leaves Martin's apartment, he says, old fools used to be young fools. I'm gonna leave that there. Old fools used to be young fools. So we can keep sort of like pacifying young people like they're young, they just have to grow out of it. How? The internet's going to be there. They're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. social platforms, like this is not going away. They will continuously live in this world that you're saying breeds them and validates them. It's only going to get worse. Okay. It's another situation. Cardi B. Cardi B is married. Cardi B is married to Offset. Cardi B is a rapper, very successful rapper. Offset is a very successful rapper. He was a part of the Migos group. He's no longer a part of the group, but they're both very successful rappers, business people, entertainers. They are married. They're separated. Cardi B is now dating I believe he's a professional NFL player, Stephon Diggs, who is. I mean, it looked like she got a type. Is it just me? Them men look the same. Them men look like the athlete version of the rap version. Is it just me? That look like a different version of the same person aesthetically. Although I have never said respectfully, I've never said Offset was attractive. I never said it, but I did just say that Stephon Diggs is, I don't know. He be looking nice. I don't know if it's some abs. I don't know what it is. Anyway, if you follow Cardi B at all, if you're a fan, something like, okay. If you follow Cardi B at all, if you're a fan of Cardi B's at all, you know that her relationship with Offset has been every couple of months he cheated on her. Every couple of months, and she's upset, and she's like, I'm trying to file for divorce, I'm trying to be away from you, and then she takes him back. Like, I mean, this has been going on for a very long time. Then finally it stuck. She got fed up. Cardi B, I believe, has 3 kids with Offset. She finally was like, nope, I can't. Like, she even said it, I think, like verbatim. She was like, you a liability. Like, I'm doing all of this stuff. I'm like living my life. I'm doing well in business. I'm da ba 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 ba. You know how Cardi B talks? She like, I look good. I'm da ba 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 ba. And she like, and you constantly got some rap girl talking about me because they done been with you and blah 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 blah. So they're in the process of getting a divorce. I guess the divorce is not going smoothly, but they are separated. Now, I don't know if they're legally separated. I imagine that they are legally separated, because if you're not legally separated, and I don't know where they got married. A lot of laws be state by state in the United States. So I don't really know where they got married. I'd imagine that they did not get married in California. I would imagine that they did not get married in California, because the way they going about this just don't seem like a California. It just seemed like a state where you got to really prove that you need what you need. You know what I'm saying? It's not a state that's automatically going to divide assets and stuff. Anyway, they probably got married in Georgia. If I'm thinking about it, they probably got married in Georgia or New Jersey. No, they probably got married in Georgia. Cardi B was recently, in the past few weeks, seen with this NFL player, Stephon Diggs, and her husband, her estranged husband, he do not like it. That is Offset. He does not like it. He does not like it all. And they live their lives also online. And so that, I don't know how old DDG and Halle Bailey are, but I know that they're younger than Offset and Cardi B. And still we see another couple living their lives online, giving all of because that is the day and age we live in. So again, and I'm not trying to attack nobody, I'm just saying, to kind of like throw stuff away, like, well, they just so consumed by the internet. That's just like the Real Housewives. They be 50, they be arguing online. This is what people do. You either do it or you don't, and it ain't got nothing to do with your age. Sheena, they got married in But why it got to be a specific, got to be such a specific detail? They got married in a bedroom in Atlanta. But I knew it had to be. I could just tell. I could tell how it's going that they wasn't married in California. I could just tell. One of them states, or they wasn't married in New York. They wasn't married in one of these states. It's like they not playing with all these shenanigans. They like, what you got? What you got? Okay, you get this. You get like where the financial liability is very, very high. Yeah, it came out that he was requesting spousal support, and he said that the only reason why he was requesting spousal support is because she was asking for something, and his lawyers did that to try to get. Like I said, I need to be an attorney. I need to be a lawyer because all the money they making off of these petty ass motions. But I ain't even here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about this, which is Cardi B and Stephon Diggs. They on a yacht. This was like a week or 2 weeks ago. And this set off. This set off. This offsets. This set offset off. And then this is the whole reason, because I forgive me, y'all. This is taking me a long time to get to, but I just want to be very clear that I am not here to talk about like the gossip of it all, right? Like, well, he did this and she did that, and blah blah blah, right? I'm here to talk about the like over the overall like severity of it, right? So, and it took me a very long time to get here, forgive me, but now I'm here, right? So I'm only giving y'all these series of events so y'all see how we get to where we are. So Cardi B posts this picture, right? Offset is he mad, and again, I know he is only mad because it's ego. I know that is part. I just know. It's like I don't know, but I know. This is not, yes, it's about immaturity, but the immaturity is still in ego and control. You do not, the same thing with DDG, you do not have control over this woman. And you thought by putting a baby in her, you thought that would somehow give you control over her life. And these women are letting you know enough is enough. And I know in life, you do not have to comment. I know in life that the same happens when women do that. They have a baby and try to control them. I know. This is not a gender thing. This is not like, oh, women, well, one for women. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it is all based in ego and control. That's it. Offset, you don't love that woman. You've been cheating on her your entire relationship. You do not love her. You only care when she is doing something that is not in line with what you want her to do. DDG, you can't possibly care about this woman because if the woman that you loved, sent you multiple texts talk about she ready to take her life, you would have gotten her help. Y'all don't love these people. Hopefully, prayerfully, you love your children. Prayerfully. Cardi B said, I tried to let him come see the kids, but he said he don't want to see the kids in the hotel room. Why? What? I never, like I said, what Mel said, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a mother. I'm not a father. But if it was just about me flying into town every week to see my kid, and I'm at a hotel and I'm at the Four Seasons, oh yeah, we're going to rock out. And my kids are going to have a very positive view of the Four Seasons their entire life because they got to rock out with their parent at the Four Seasons once a week. So then this happened. Somebody posted a picture online. That is Cardi B and Offset's son. Somebody posted a picture online. The son has the same braids that Stephon Diggs has, right? Offset sees this picture. Now, this is somebody on the internet. Now, let me move this banner so that you guys can see it. So somebody on the internet post this, right? Because we have netizens, we have people that their existence online is to spread misinformation, to stir up drama. And here's the thing, you gotta not fall for it. Seabreeze 40, could you do me a favor? Look up how old Offset is. Since we, you know what I'm saying, since we just want to wait for them to grow out of it. Look up and drop in the comments what Offset's age, please. So somebody posts this picture. They got the same braids, right? Offset decides to tweet publicly. How you threaten to unalive somebody publicly? He decides to tweet publicly. Now, when somebody's effing playing with my son. Now, when somebody died, that's what he said. So when somebody died for playing with my son, then y'all gonna say we crashed out. No, we're not saying that you crashed out because we're saying that you crashing out because you're threatening to unalive somebody, and the picture is false information. And I know so many people like, but dang, if that's so petty for her to do. That video, that picture of her son, is an old picture. It's an old picture. And what a netizen did, what some random internet user did, is they found that old picture, as they do. They found that old picture, put it with Stephon's picture, because they got the same braids. And then they put it up online like it was yesterday. And Offset, being a father, I believe, okay, he has 3 children with Cardi B, but he has like 7 children. He has a lot of kids. Cardi B talks about that, how when they first got together, she was adamant about blending, about being cool with all of his baby mamas so that all of the kids could grow up together. And instead of taking a second, first of all, although while I understand that if this were true and present, it would be very petty. I do understand that. I understand how it can make the blood in your stomach boil. I understand that. But remember the movie John Q? Denzel Washington was pretending like he was going to unalive the people in the hospital so his son could get a heart transplant. So his son could live. You can't be trying to unalive somebody because your son got the same hairstyle as the new boyfriend. And then you're going to put it out publicly. Now that's just not very smart. That's just not very smart. And I understand how seeing that, especially if the woman that for years you felt like you had control over, for years she took you back, for years she covered up all the stuff that y'all was going, for years. For years you were attached to this 130 million followed woman. This woman that the world essentially loves. And every girl you done cheated on her with, every woman that you get it, they may be good people, and that'd be great if they were good people, but they they probably not coming to the table with this. They not coming to the table with the same notoriety and popularity and financial ability to Cardi B, if you care about that. But now she done went and got somebody, and I know that does hurt. That does hurt. She went and got somebody who is a formidable opponent. Formidable opponent. Apparently just signed a big old contract. Like I said, he good looking. He got abs. He be over there doing Pilates. I only know this because now my algorithm is showing me a lot of his stuff by way of Cardi B. Y'all know I really don't be knowing celebrity men like that. I only know celebrity men once they are attached to celebrity women. Me. Thank you, Shaneria. Okay, he's 33. Offset is only 33. Okay, that makes sense. You going to threaten to unalive somebody publicly for the world to see on a public platform. Let me just tell you something. Prayerfully, this doesn't happen. If Stephon Diggs shows up dead tomorrow, what you think the first thing that's going to appear online? Now, since because what happens is you did crash out. Offset, you did crash out because right after you posted that, not only were people like, oh, wait, you about to turn this into like some street stuff, but also, young man, this is fake. This is a fake picture. When is the last time you seen your son? Because that picture is old. Now, here's the thing about doing stuff online. Most people, they crash out online. And then when they realize they crash out, they don't also come back to the online and be like, my bad, y'all. So he deleted his page. But, you know, and you know, it's crazy. I'm talking about this. I like the Migos. Obviously, Takeoff is deceased, unfortunately. But Quavo, Offset, Takeoff, I like them as a group. Raindrops, Drop Top. Versace, 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 Versace. So this ain't even, I ain't sitting here like good. I don't got no beef for Offset. But it's like, come on. Come on, after this, you're supposed to check yourself into therapy immediately. Because what you have to do is you have to recognize the game has ended and you lost. And that's okay. Now, all you have to do is focus on being a good father. That's all your priority should be. How can I work with this woman who I claim to have once loved? And I claim to really love my children. The children that she birthed for me. How do I most effectively and peacefully co-parent with her? This is what I'll say before we get to the Ask Z really quick. I do think that this is why, you know, it's important to, I know I'll be talking about, and again, I'm not a wife, I'm not a mother, I'm not a husband, I'm not a, you know, I say that for y'all, but I don't believe that invalidates my ability to think about these sort of topics and navigate these topics, right? But I think we really have to like do. Now I understand, like situations like this, I understand, as sucky as it might sound when people be like, I don't want to date nobody with kids. It's like, I understand that's not what Stephon Diggs is saying. But he seemed like he liked that Cardi. He seemed like he liked, what's her name? But Baleska, what's Cardi B's name? Baleska, Kadeska, what's her name? He seemed like he really liked her. He seems like he really, really likes her. But the kids be the thing that connects the adults. And it is hard to enter a relationship with an adult that is connected to another adult by way of a kid, if that adult that they're connected to is unreasonable. Whenever people ask me, like, well, you know, would you date somebody with kids? And I'm like, I always say it depends on the relationship with the child's parent. That's all that it depends on. I ain't got no problem with kids. I ain't got no problem with other people's kids. But me dating a person with kids only depends on, I got to know, is the mother of your child going to be so mad that she threatens to unalive me? I got to know. Because I can't put myself in a predicament. I don't care how attractive you are. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how many abs you have. I cannot put myself in a predicament for you, the mother of your children, to want to unalive me just because I did her daughter's hair the same way as mine. I just can't live in that world. I can't. Okay, let's ask Z before we get up out of here. Oh my gosh, this is be taking me too long. Yes, begrudgingly doing the show. Oh my god. Okay, no, I already did what's up with Z. Ask Z. Let me take this off. Ask Z. Did y'all see that video going around on TikTok where the girl is celebrating her birthday and she is so mad because apparently her friend looked better than her? If you haven't seen it, here it is.
All that extra jewelry and shit, bitch. And then you going to fucking hoochie cut the shorts knowing my nigga coming with us out. That's weird, bitch. You not my fucking friend for real, bitch. You not real.
Okay,
because
but
it's my birthday.
First off, if that's
it's
your
about me.
If that's your nigga, he shouldn't even be looking at me.
Okay, bitch, you don't even need to be giving him a reason to look at you, bitch.
Bitch, I'm just being.
Bitch, next
Bitch,
time,
I'm just
bitch,
being
you need to wear a
me.
jean skirt, bitch.
Bitch,
wear
I'm
a
just
jean
being me.
skirt.
Why are you yelling? Like,
The
it's
fuck,
not even
because
that
my
deep.
feelings hurt, bitch. You supposed to be a real bitch and you trying to look better than me.
Okay, the
on
fuck,
my day.
bitch, what you wanted me to wear? Some fucking hand-me-downs and some corduroys,
No,
bitch?
bitch,
The
you
fuck?
should have put on a jean skirt or some fucking leggings or something, or some baggy jeans, bitch. You know you got more body than me. That's not right, cuz. That's wrong.
Bitch, that's not wrong. Bitch, that's how you
Like,
mad.
that's fucked up because we supposed to be enjoying my birthday, and I can't even enjoy my birthday because you're looking
Bitch, how
better
are you
than
gonna
me.
allow
You're
what I
looking
have
better
on?
than me.
How are you gonna allow what I have on to make you feel a type of way on your birthday?
Let me
the
talk. Like, every time we go in the spot, they're looking at you, they're looking over me. Like, that's not how it's supposed to be.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
my birthday.
Okay. Who y'all think is reasonable, the birthday girl or the friend? Let's see in these comments. Who do y'all think is reasonable, the birthday girl or the friend? I will be very honest with you. I am always kind of amazed at like the way people communicate. I will be very honest with you. I have never in my life been talking to my friend and been like, bitch, baby. I never had those interactions before in my life. I wonder what that is like. Not that I want to know or live it, but I have never experienced those interactions being like with my sisters or my friends. And that's the way that we speak to each other. I'll never forget this. When my mom first got like on the internet, she was watching a lot of like Real Housewives. She was watching a lot of that kind of like Real Housewives stuff and whatever. And one day we was sitting somewhere. She was taking me to the airport or something like that. And she was like, Oh, bitch, please. I said, excuse me? To my mother. I know my mom be watching this like, why can you do an episode without talking about me? I love you so much, mom. But she was like, oh, bitch, please. And I said, I'm sorry, what? She was like, Zainab, you know, you are too serious, girl. Relax. I said, did you just call me a bitch? She was like, oh, okay, Zainab. Okay, Zainab. Zainab's so serious. Because as much as I'm a comedian, everybody in my life, they be like, yo, you so serious. I got shit in my hair. Oh, that's a Bobby. I told my mother, I said, yeah, I don't know. Don't talk to me like that. I'm your daughter. I'm your daughter. And there's no way there's no way. I have never had that relationship with you, and I do not plan on having that relationship with you. You can call me by my name. You can express, you can use any terms of endearment, but I don't receive that as a term of endearment from my mother. I'm sorry. And she was like, I had got too serious for her. I guess she was like, you know what, Zainab says, that's what they say, like on the Real Housewives, like, they just say it's just like fun. And I said, I don't watch the Real Housewives. I don't know the Real Housewives, but that's not cool with me. My mother was like, she had to accept, like, oh, this is my daughter. Oh, God. Well, I mean, I guess I raised her to be this way. And that was the first and last time she done called me bitch. What? I would never, ever be in a car with my friend like, and bitch, you knew it because bitch, I never, ever. In my mind, we not friends no more. If I ever move my mouth to be like, and BITC, or I think the friendship is over. I think we got an issue. I think we need to go file a motion with the court. Ain't no more visitation rights over here. This birthday girl was so unreasonable. Her friend is unreasonable for taping it. If it's real, I know Sheena, you said it might not be real, but them last emotions at the very end. Let me see if I can pull it up. At the very end, watch.
Her birthday.
Let me talk. Like every time we go in the spot, they're looking at you, they're looking over me. Like that's not how it's supposed to be.
Oh my God.
That I don't know if them was real. Them sound like real emotions, like it really hit her. But maybe they just good actors. You get what I'm saying? I think the friend, because it's like it's insult to injury. It's like already she is having a problem with she has already accepted that everywhere y'all go, you are the friend that gets all the attention, and it be like that. It be like that. You the friend that dressed the best. You the friend that got the body. You the friend that got whatever type of energy to be attracting the men. You that friend. And so every time I'm with you, if I don't elevate, then I'm gonna have to just play second fiddle. And some people are like okay with that. Like that's fine. I prefer friendships that feel very equal. You get what I'm saying? I prefer friendships like that. But if I was ever in a friendship where it's like, dang, my friend is gorgeous and she be stunting and blah, 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 blah. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. Maybe I'm just happy to be along for the ride. I don't know. But it's like that's already been established, right? And so she's like, well, today's my birthday. You could have at least just been a little bit regular for my birthday so that I can thrive. She said, what you want me to do? Put on a jean skirt. The denim skirt that is so cute. She was like, put on a jean skirt. Put on a jean skirt. I'm like, how did denim skirt catch a stray, right? Put on the denim skirt. And it's like she's already like clearly vocalizing her insecurities, and she's completely unreasonable. you getting attention and you know your friend too, just like she always be showing up, she got a nice body, and it's your birthday and you want to look the best. That means you got to go off into your world and you got to do something that's undeniable, and then you got to be okay with it. That's on you. But I do feel like the friend was unreasonable to post that. It's like, girl, you already look better than her on her birthday. Her dude already gonna be looking at you, which is like, what are these relationships? What are these relationships? I never in my life said to a friend of mine, because my man gonna be looking at you. I never said. But you know what? Maybe that's why I got that one gray baby hair, because this is a life I don't know. And let me tell you what I do know. Them girls going to still be doing that same thing at 40. I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it. My mom's sister she young. She young. So she probably like 60 or something. Because she one of the youngest. So she probably like 60. My aunt been acting the same since I known her. I don't know what age I met my aunt at. 20-something. She been the same. Now she just older. She been the same. She walked the same. She moved the same. She gossiped the same. She make fun of the same. She the same. Them girls gonna be the same. But why would you tape it and then put it up? It's like, so now the world know. Now it's not just in her mind and a conversation between y'all that's in the car, because y'all still on y'all way somewhere. And so the whole night of her birthday. And let me tell you, like I said, she unreasonable. I'm sorry if your friend look better than you, and then you got to just ask your friend. Or don't be friend. If it's so much of if you feel so inferior being around her, then end the friendship. If you can't, there's a lot of friends. My friend used to say, my friend Aisha, right? Aisha used to be like, every time I'm somewhere with Zainab, people always giving her stuff for free. Every time, right? You know what me and Aisha do? Sometimes if I don't want the stuff for free, so she's trying to say like people show me favor, right? I'm either going to get enough free stuff for me and Aisha, or I'm going to accept the free stuff knowing damn well I don't want it, just so I can give it to Aisha. But never once is Aisha like, I don't want to hang out with you because people always giving you stuff. People always, no. And then I'll never forget. I mean, I can't forget, but this was recent. We was somewhere and they gave Aisha the free. Oh, we was at this gluten-free pizza place in LA. And a guy gave Aisha a whole free. And I said, look at you getting something free. She was like, you right. I said, how does it feel? She was like, shut up, Zainab. So if you feel like your friendship is so imbalanced that it's disrupting your spirit, then get out that friendship, even if that's an unreasonable reason for you to get out of that friendship. I know it sucks. Ain't nobody, again, ego, don't nobody want to admit that. But if you like, I'm so insecure, it's very hard for me to be her. I'm just too insecure. Then get up out of there. Go get some help. Like Cat Williams said, it's esteem of yourself. Go find your esteem. And then maybe come back and the girl may be willing to be your friend still. It's like, I'm going to look how I look, whether it's your birthday or not. So you want me to be out in the world bad? You said you got a man. I ain't got no man. I might meet my man on your birthday. But you out here trying to have me in a denim skirt. All right. That's it for me, y'all. That is it for this episode of I'm Reasonable. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, when this live stream ends, the episode will not be available, and then I will re-upload it as its own episode. So you got to try and make the live stream if you can, but you can always rewatch the episode like a new episode when I upload it the very next day. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next, and forgive me, shout out to our moderators, Still I Rise and Shaneria K. Thank you so much. Make sure y'all hit the like button if y'all liked what y'all got this week. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not already. And again, if you haven't gotten your tickets to my shows, please get your tickets to my shows. I would love to meet each and every one of y'all in person. Okay? Until I see y'all again, stay reasonable.